doing? Are you fine?
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, Abigail. So
Good
I'm going.
afternoon, miss.
Hello, Fernando. So I'm going to show you some questions that we need to answer every beginning of the class. Give me a second. I'm looking for the page. Yep, that's it. So let me share that window. So when we start classes, we always make the question, how are you, right? We have this question. So this question goes for you, Abigail. Abigail, how are you?
I am fine.
Okay. Yeah, and as you know, we have different ways to answer that. So we can say, I'm fine, good, or you can also say, I'm pretty good. Yeah. Or you can also say, so. It depends on you. Or not very well, right? That's when you're not very well. Okay, so the next question goes for you, Fernando. What's the weather like today, Fernando?
Um, eh, in Santa Cruz, it is hot. The sky is clear.
Here. Okay. You know how many degrees is it right now?
¿Cómo dice?
How many degrees is it right now in
Eh,
Santa Cruz?
21 degree.
Okay. Yeah, so right now it's 21 degrees. Is it 20 or 31? I think 30. Okay. Thank you so much, Fernando. The next question goes for you, Sebastian. Sebastian, what did you do yesterday? What did you do? This is in order to practice the simple past, right?
Okay, teacher. Yesterday I ate pizza.
Okay, that's an irregular verb. Today we're going to see irregular verbs. So I ate pizza. That's good. Yesterday I ate pizza. Sí, es el pasado del verbo eat, comer. Or you can say also I watched film, right? It could be also possible. What about the next question? Let's make this question for you, Ronatan. Ronatan, how do you find out about the news? You remember this question? How do you find out about the news? If you don't remember, we can look here.
Teacher, yo no estuve en la última clase.
You have to. It was 2 classes ago. We talked, I think, on Thursday, Wednesday. On Wednesday, I think we talked about this, and on Friday too. So you remember that we talk about sources of news? And here you have the question, how do you find out about the news? If you don't understand what's the verb find out, here you have. El verbo find out es enterarse, descubrir. Entonces, ¿cómo se entera de las noticias? By radio, by reading the newspaper, by watching television, by listening podcasts. So, Ronatan, how do you find out about the news? ¿Cómo se entera?
Watches the television.
Okay, you watch the television. So I found out about the news, right? By watching television. Or you can simply say, I watch television. I watch the news on television, right? So, Jonathan, you can repeat either this answer or this one. Yeah, but I want you to tell me one answer. So, how do you find out about the news?
I watch the news on the television.
Okay, I watch the news on TV. Yep, thank you so much. And the last question goes for you, Stephanie. Stephanie, what kind of news are you interested in? Are you interested in sports news, celebrity gossip news, business news, weather news, entertainment news? What kind of news are you interested in, Stephanie?
Sport and world news.
Okay, so we're going to make a complete answer of this. I'm interested, right? I'm interested in sport, world news. Can you repeat it, please?
I'm interested in sport and sport news.
Okay, yep. I know that this verb is a little probably difficult, but we're going to say interested. Sí, acuérdense que cuando tenemos una T, ed, va a sonar como it. Interested. And here we start again. Interested in. Ahí vamos a tratar de unirlo todo. I'm interested in sport and world news. Okay. So these questions, I want you please to practice because in every class, we're going to answer these questions. Yes? So now, when we talk about sources of news, right? Acuérdense que sources significa la fuente, de dónde vienen las noticias. Viene de internet, or from television, from radio, from newspaper, and types of news. So we have a lot of types of news, right? Business news, finance news, crime news, sports news, politics news. Yes, so that's the difference. Please remember those two differences. Now, here you have on page 83, exercise number 4, you have 4 points. Yep. I want you please to number these facts about the news in order of agreement. Acá tienen 4 oraciones y quiero que las enumeren. ¿En qué orden? En orden si están de acuerdo o en desacuerdo. So, number 1 is going to be I totally disagree. What is disagree? So that you don't like that idea. Que no está de acuerdo con esa idea. Okay, that's number 1. Number 5 will be I totally agree, right? You totally agree. So, for example, bad news sells newspapers. Do you agree with this sentence? Bad news sells newspaper. ¿Creen que los periódicos venden malas noticias? What do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, probably 4. That's what you are going to tell me. Gossip and soccer distract people from real news. Do you agree with this sentence? ¿Creen que los chismes y el fútbol distract people from real news? What do you think? 2? Do you think that it's 5? You are totally agree? Están totalmente de acuerdo? That's number 5. Could be number 3. You are not sure. What about the third point? Nobody reads newspapers. Information is all online. Do you think that nobody reads newspaper nowadays? All the news are online. ¿Creen que ya nadie lee los periódicos? Toda la información lo tenemos en el celular. Do you agree? Number 5. or do you disagree? That's number 1. Okay, that's for you. What about the next sentence? The news is different depending on the channel you watch or the newspaper you buy. ¿Están de acuerdo con esta oración? ¿Creen que las noticias son distintas dependiendo del canal o el periódico que compramos? What do you think? 3, 4. Remember that 5 is totally agree. Yeah. So now, what are we going to do right now? I'm going to show you this, right? I want you to go to this page, and here you have the facts. So I'm going to copy this, copy link, and I'm going to send this link to you. Enter to this link. Number the facts. So please, I want you to enter this link, number the facts. ¿Sí? Vamos a enumerar estas oraciones. And let me copy the code too. Les voy a pedir un código, and you just click on the code. Okay, so I'm going to wait for your answers. Si hay alguna palabra o alguna idea que no entiendan, so you can ask me. I want to show you this, but okay, there I go. For example, go to that page, enter the code, and you're going to see the first option, the first place. El número 1 es que están totalmente en desacuerdo, que no les parece esa idea. So you choose the option. Remember, you have 4 places. So I'm going to wait for you. Anyway, I'm going to of this. Okay. Entramos al link, ponemos el código que nos aparece, que son 8 números, y ahí tenemos 4 opciones. En esas 4 opciones, el número 1 es que no estamos en acuerdo, estamos en desacuerdo, right? Number 2 could be, number 4 is you totally agree. El número 4 es que están totalmente de acuerdo con esa oración. I just want to vote. Okay, I have here one answer. What about the rest? You need to have 13 answers. Necesito tener 13 respuestas, at least.
¿Cuál es el código, teacher? Disculpe. No lo alcanzo.
The code 93430308. I'm going to copy again. Lo copié en el grupo de WhatsApp y también acá. But I don't know why it's 93 430308. That's the code. Okay. So now I'm going to show you some results that I have. Vamos a ver los resultados que voy teniendo. Okay, so number 4, that is, you totally agree, right? You totally agree that gossip and soccer distract people from real news. Okay, that's interesting. Number 3, you more or less agree. Okay, we have a changement. Nobody reads newspaper anymore. Information is all online. Okay, that's according to you. On the second place, we have bad news sells newspaper. You don't agree with this one. And the first one that you don't agree is the news is different depending on. Okay. So interesting to know that. Yeah, I totally agree with number 3. Gossip and soccer distract people from real news. Yeah, that's true. Some politicians use that in favor of them, right? Okay, I have 7 answers. That's good. So I can notice that you understand everything, right? No problems with news, I think. Because today we're going to read the newspaper. We're going to read some news. Okay, thank you so much for your answers. I have 9 answers. 10. 4 people are missing, but it's okay. Yes, you say that nobody reads newspaper. Okay. Entonces todos están, bueno, una mayoría está de acuerdo que ya nadie lee el periódico. La información la tenemos en internet. Okay, yeah, that's true. But there are some people that are still reading newspaper, right? It's like, I don't know, they prefer the paper. So now, let's continue, please. It was good to know that. Now we're going to continue on our book. And we're going to read this news that we have here. Okay? So everybody please pay attention to the headline. What's the word headline? Headline, como lo tienen aquí en la palabra head, cabeza, line, encabezado, right? So I just want you to pay attention to the headline, the world's oldest blogger. By reading the headline, what do you think this news is going to be about? Solamente leyendo el encabezado, ¿de qué piensan que va a tratar esta noticia? Any ideas, José Luis, probably? José Luis, if you read this headline, the world's oldest blogger, what comes to your mind? ¿Qué se le viene a la mente cuando lee este encabezado? ¿O de qué cree que va a tratar este artículo? The world's, acuérdense, este posesivo, right? The world's oldest blogger. Acá la palabra que conocemos es old. La bloguera, el bloguero más viejo del mundo. Yes. So, José Luis, what do you think it's going to be about? If you want, we can look at the picture. There you have the picture. I think José Luis is not here. Probably Edson. Edson, you have an idea?
El título sería El bloguero más viejo del mundo.
Okay. So, si tiene encabezado ese título, ¿de qué cree que van a tratar esta noticia?
Por una persona.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be about a person, could be a man, a woman, but it's an old person, right? Una persona anciana, una persona mayor, una persona adulta. Yeah. So we're going to talk about a person that is old, and that person is a blogger. Okay. So let's read about this person. Let's find out about this blogger. We're going to start reading the first and the second paragraph, and I want to listen to Juan Carlos, please. Juan Carlos, can you read the first and the second paragraph, please?
Okay. Before she did in May 2009, Maria Amelia Lopez at 8 years old was the oldest blogger in the world. This is her first message. She wrote it at the age of 95. My name is Amelia and I was born in Muxia, A Coruña, Spain on December 23. Today is my birthday and my grandson gave me a blog.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to highlight some difficult words. Yeah. So here, remember that this is a verb in the past. Before she died, right? She was the oldest blogger in the world. And this is her first message. She wrote it at the age of 95. And she was born on December 23rd, 1911, right? So that's almost 100 years ago. Yeah, more than 100 years ago. Today is my birthday and my grandson gave me a blog. Okay, thank you. Now let's listen to Nady. Nady, can you read the next paragraph, please? The third and the fourth paragraph. This one and this one. Yes, Nady? No? Okay, let's listen to Pedro. So Pedro, please, can you read the next two paragraphs? Just before she died. Pedro? No, Pedro, you're not.
Sí, teacher.
Okay. Pedro, can you read this paragraph and this one, please? We're going to listen to you.
En donde dice she.
Just before she died. Yeah, here.
Okay. Just before she did, she sat down and wrote.
Yes,
Wrote.
wrote.
When the internet, I forget about my illness. Illness. The instruction is good for you being able able to community which people. It's good for the brain and makes you strong.
Okay, let's continue with this last paragraph, please.
Okay. Amelia blog had more than
1.5 million hits.
Okay, 1.5 million hit from fans around the world. They read her news and they liked what she said about the war.
Okay, thank you so much, Pedro. Now, Ronatan, please, can you read the next paragraph? Or can you finish this part, please?
Okay, teacher. She didn't only write about all people's interesting. Her blog spoke about everything from politics and religion on the power of the internet. She sent a positive message to many people of age. She thought life was for living and communicating.
Okay. And the last two more paragraphs, please.
During her life as a blogger, she made a lot of friends and met a lot of celebrities. The days she met the Spanish president, José Luis Rodríguez Zapatero, was an important day for her.
Okay. And I'm going to finish this. Yes, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Ronatan. So we're going to finish this. More than 500 readers left messages on her site after her family left a final note from Amelia to the world. Yep. So now that we have read this, we're going to try to answer some questions. Yeah, in order to see if you understood this news. So read the question. Can you remember the answers? How old was María Amelia López when she died? Vamos a responder a estas preguntas para ver si entendimos o no la noticia. Yeah. So here we have 8 questions. Remember, how old was María Amelia López when she died? When she died. Anybody that remembers this question? Let's go with Samara. So, Samara, how old was María Amelia López when she died? You remember? Samara, are you there? No? Okay, let's go with you, Sebastian. So, Sebastian, the first question. I want you to look at the first question. How old was María Amelia López when she died? You have that answer in the first paragraph. So, Sebastian, how old was she when she died?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, you know the answer? How old was she when she died?
Sí, sería 97 years old.
97 years old. Yeah. Okay, so here we're going to answer with a complete answer, of course. I'm going to put this one here. So we're going to say that she was 97 years old, right? Remember, the question starts with was, so we need to answer with was. right? Aquí tenemos el verbo to be en el pasado. How old was she when she died? She was 97 years old. Thank you so much, Sebastian. Let's go with number 2. And Jordi, this question is for you. Where was she from? Where was Amelia from, Jordi? Where was she from? Was she from Bolivia? Was she from United States? Where was she from?
She's from Spain.
Perfect. She was from Spain, right? Acuérdense que ella ya no está viva, ella está muerta, entonces tenemos que hablar en el pasado.
She was
She was from Spain. Yes. Thank you so much, Jordi. Let's go with Abigail. Abigail, number 3. When did she start blogging? When? When did she start blogging? You remember? Did she start blogging in 1911? Did she start blogging in 2009? When? When did she start blogging?
1911.
1911? Are you sure? But we didn't have internet in 1911. Ese es el año en que ella nació. Sí, en esa época no teníamos internet todavía. So she wrote her first message at the age of 95. Sí, escribió su primer mensaje a la edad de 95. So when was that? Si nació en 1911 y escribió su primer mensaje cuando tenía 95 años, when was that? $2000. When? When did she start blogging? She started blogging at the age of 95, right? But which year was? I think that maths are not difficult for you. Yeah, this is an easy operation. When was it? Which year?
$1970.
1970. 1970? No, I don't think so. When did she start blogging? She started blogging 1917. 17? No. Sabemos que nació en 1911 y empezó a bloguear a la edad de 95. Entonces, ¿qué año era cuando ella tenía 95? 95 años y nació en 1911. We just need to plus, right? Solo necesitamos sumar estas dos cifras. It was in 2000. Yes? Any answers? 2007, right? But we're going to answer a complete answer. When did she start blogging? Remember when we have did? right? Tenemos el auxiliar did para el verbo start. So we need to use the past simple of the verb start. So we're going to say she started blogging in 2007. Sí, empezó a bloguear en 2017. Yeah. Please don't forget the past simple. She started blogging in 2007. What about number 4? Let's go with number 4. When did she start? Why? What's the reason she started blogging? So this question is for, let me check. It's going to be for you, Dana. Dana, why? Why did she start blogging? Why? Dana, you have the answer on the 3rd paragraph. Dana, are you there?
Teacher, recién acabé de entrar, no sé de qué están haciendo.
Okay. Okay, Dana, anyway, you're going to answer, yes? De todas formas, igual va a responder. So, Dana, we're reading this news that we have here. We're talking about the world's oldest blogger. So this woman that you see here, she's the world's oldest blogger. Sí, es una bloguera que es la más anciana, la más vieja del mundo. Okay? So, we read this, and now we need to answer these questions. Acabamos de leer esta noticia y ahora necesitamos responder estas preguntas. So, Dana, number 4 is for you. Why did she start blogging? Queremos saber cuál fue el motivo, por qué empezó a bloguear. And the answer is on the 3rd paragraph. So, Dana, I'm going to read for you the 3rd paragraph, yeah? And you're going to tell me the answer. Voy a leer para usted el 3er párrafo y usted me dice la respuesta. ¿Por qué empezó a bloguear? Just before she died, she sat down and wrote, "When I am on the internet, I forget about my illness. The distraction is good for you. Being able to communicate with people. It's good for the brain and makes you strong." So, why did she start blogging? When I'm on the internet, I forget about my illness. The distraction is good for you. It's good for the brain and makes you strong. Yes, Dana? Dana, are you there?
When I the internet.
No, it will be I forgot about my illness. What is illness? Probably this word is new for you, so I'm going to write it here. Illness es una enfermedad. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Entonces, ¿cuál es la razón por la que empezó a bloguear? It's in order to forget about her illness. ¿sí? Para olvidarse de su enfermedad, para no prestar atención a la enfermedad, right? So here we're going to answer to forget about her illness. Can you repeat this answer, please, Dana? Number 4.
Why did she start?
Okay, and here you have the answer.
To forget about her
illness. Yes, to forget about her illness. Yes, thank you so much, Dana. So that's it. Why did she start blogging? She started blogging because she didn't want to remember about her illness. She started blogging because it's good for the brain and makes you strong, right? And also because her grandson gave her a blog. Sí, también otra razón importante es porque su grandson, ¿qué significaba la palabra grandson? She's a grandmother, right? And grandson, anybody remembers? Yes. So her grandson gave her a blog. Su nieto le regaló un blog. Ya lo tenía hecho el blog. So she started reporting people what she did every day. What about number 5, Edson? What did she write about? Ahora sí, queremos saber sobre qué escribía en su blog. What did she write about? And you have the answer here in this paragraph.
Spoke about everything for politics and religion.
Yes, to the power of internet, right? Hablaba de política, religión, hasta el poder del internet. How powerful is internet, right? Yeah, she wrote about all people's interests, politics, religion, and the power of internet. Okay, so we're going to write a complete answer. What did she write about? She wrote about, what was it? Politics, religion, power of internet. Well, we can say about everything, right? First of all. From politics and religions to, acuérdense de esa expresión de from to. Sí, la hemos visto con las horas. I'm going to give you an example. From, let me check, from 1:45, right? From 1:45 to 2:15. 2:15, we have English classes. From to. Desde hasta. Yeah, so she wrote from politics and religions to the power of internet. Yeah, that's what we're going to write from to. Okay. Thank you so much, Edson. Let's go with number 6. And this question is for you, Stephanie. Stephanie, why did she enjoy blogging? Why? Why did she enjoy blogging?
The people will visit blog.
Pardon, can you repeat it? I couldn't listen to you well.
The people visit your blog.
Okay, so people like and visited her blog. Yeah, but why did she enjoy blogging? ¿Por qué disfrutaba bloguear?
A distraction.
Okay, yeah, it was in order to distract her from her illness, because it's good for the brain and makes you strong, but also because she thought life was for living and communicating, right? She thought that life, ella pensaba, creía que la vida, it was for living and communicating. Yes? Why did she enjoy blogging? Because she wanted to communicate with people. ¿Sí? ¿Por qué le gustaba tanto o disfrutaba tanto de bloguear? Because she enjoyed communicating with people. That's why she enjoyed it. Yeah, and also it was because it helped her from her illness, right? In order to forget about her illness. Thank you so much, Stephanie. What about number 7? Janet, can you help me, please? Who was interested in her blog? Who? So when we have who, we want to know people. What kind of people were interested in her blog? Janet, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So I'm going to repeat one more time. Who was interested in her blog? You think it was a blog only for old people? It was a blog only for young people? Was it a blog only for children, for kids? Who was interested in her blog? What kind of people? And the answer you have here in this paragraph.
Her blog.
Pardon? We cannot listen to you. Her blog spoke about everything, yeah. What else? But we want to know who. What kind of people? Queremos saber a quiénes les interesaba. A qué tipo de personas. What do we have here?
To many people of all ages.
Yeah, so it wasn't to a specific public, right? It was to many people of all ages. Could be teenagers, could be adults, could be children, many people of all ages. So we're going to try to answer with a complete answer, right? Who was interested in her blog? A lot of people was interested. For people from different ages, right? People of different ages were interested in her blog. So can you repeat, please, this answer? People of different ages were interested in her blog.
People of different ages were interested in her blog.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, that's it. And why were they interested? So let's finish with this question. Why these people of different ages were interested in her blog? Now we want to know why. ¿Por qué? ¿Cuál es la razón que todas estas personas se interesaban? Sorry, this question goes for José Luis. José Luis, are you there? Hello? Well, I think José Luis is not there. So, Juan Carlos, please, can you help me with this answer? Why did so many people enjoy her blog? And the answer you have in this paragraph, right? So try to focus on this one. Remember, why did so many people enjoy her blog?
Mm, mm. Teacher, ¿se lo puedo decir en español?
Okay, let's try to say in Spanish, and we're going to try to say it in English later. Okay.
Ok. Según lo que entendí, es que esta señora escribía en su blog tanto cosas políticas como religiosas, pero variaba mucho ya que no hablaba solamente con personas mayores, sino también con jóvenes, y hablaba mucho sobre el cambio que el Internet hace. Incluso creo que se hizo una celebridad, hasta el presidente de España lo había ido a ver.
Yes, that's true. It was an important day for her. Yes, but why that people enjoy her blog? Todo lo que me dice es cierto, pero ¿por qué las personas disfrutaban de su blog? Why? If you can read this paragraph that I'm showing you.
Porque ella pensaba que la vida es para vivirla y comunicarse.
Okay, yeah, probably because people like her idea. So here we have the answer, right? Because people read her news and people liked what she said about the world. Yep. So Juan Carlos, can you repeat this, please? They, people.
Okay. The people
liked what she said about the world.
The people like the world.
Yeah, so that's the reason, right? We're going to write because people like
Because the people
what she said about the world. Yeah, it's a simple answer. So she liked to talk about what happened in the real world, right? What happened in politics, in religion, and people liked her ideas. People shared the same ideas as her. Okay. Thank you so much to all of you. I hope that you understood this news. Anyway, we're going to focus in some words, right? That probably are going to be difficult for you. But before checking those words, because they are highlighted with yellow, those are verbs that we're going to see right now. But you are going to tell me what kind of verbs are they here. But before doing that, everybody please, I want you to pay attention to this notice that we have here, right? So notice, was, were born, the verb to be, right? In the past, we usually use the past simple with be born in order to say, when were you born? I was born in 1811. What do you say in your language? So I want you to tell me how you understand these two questions. When were you born? And where were you born? You understand this in Spanish. Anybody can tell me, or somebody? When were you born? Right, we have here the answer. I was born in 1911. So I'm going to give you my example. When were you born? I was born in 1995. Okay. Where were you born? I was born in La Paz. So how you understand this question? When were you born? Where were you born? No answers? Okay, probably Fernando. Fernando, can you help me? How you understand this question? When were you born? Where were you born?
Mm, eh, were you born? I was born. I was born in Santa Cruz.
Okay, yes. And when were you born?
I was born in ¿cómo se dice?
19.
Bueno, lo enumero, 2001.
Okay, 2001. Right? 2001. Yes? Okay, thank you so much. So here you have the question in order to ask a person when was she born or when was he born and where, right? Cuando queremos saber dónde y cuándo nació, right? When were you born? Remember, we need to use the verb to be in the past. Necesitamos usar el verbo to be en el pasado, que es was, were, and the word born. Yes? So please, I want you to write that here on the messages. When were you born and where? Can you write please here? Were you born? Where were you born? Okay. Everybody please, I want you to answer here on the messages. When were you born and where were you born? Yeah, I need to see 17 answers. Anyway, I'm going to make you the questions personally. So let me check. Okay, Nady, while you're writing your answer, can you make the question to Stephanie? Yes, Nady? Maybe are you there? No. Okay, let me check. Probably Edson, can you make a question to Ronatan? One question. Yes, Edson?
Ok, teacher, disculpe, yo le pregunto.
Okay, Ronatan. Yes, Ronatan, you can make the question to Edson.
Okay. When were you born?
Okay, thank you. So, Edson, when were you born?
Usted debía entrar mañana.
¿Cuándo? ¿Qué dijo? When
Yes. When were you born? Yeah, let's remember a little bit. So when we ask about when, we need to know the year, right? Cuando tenemos when, queremos saber una fecha, un año. When were you born, Edson?
Teacher, ¿estamos hablando sigue de la misma persona, del blogger?
No, the question is for you.
Ah.
Sí, por eso la pregunta es para usted. When were you born? So here you have to tell me the year that you were born.
Born. Era born.
Well, born means nacido. ¿Sí? ¿Cuándo nació?
Ah, okay.
When were you born? And here you have the answer. I was born in... ¿En qué año nació? When were you?
1997.
Okay. Can you make a complete answer? I was born in 1997. Can you say it one more time?
I was born on 100 I was born in 1997.
No, okay, for you too. Los años los vamos a decir de dos en dos. In 1997.
Okay.
Okay, now Edson, please make the next question to let me check. To Sebastian. So Edson, can you make the next question to Sebastian? Yes?
Micaela, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Jorge.
Micaela, how are you? Micaela, at the end of the class, I'm going to be needing a list of the students that are not attending class. Okay, for the ones that don't have any justifications. Okay, as we said on Friday, we are going to start taking actions with the corner, and we are going to do this in the form of discipline points. Okay, so at the end of the class, I need you this list of the students that are not attending 1, 2, 3, or more classes. Okay.
Okay. Yep, I'm going to send it.
Ok, para los estudiantes, buenas tardes. Les habla Jorge Rosso, coordinador del programa de inglés. Como les había dicho el viernes, yo o el coronel Martínez vamos a estar supervisando las clases más seguido. Bueno, casi cada día. Entonces, asistan a clases estudiantes. A los que no están, díganles si son sus compañeros, los conocen. Vamos a empezar a reducir puntos de disciplina a los que no asisten a clases. ¿Ok? Porque no puede ser que algunos Algunos se den la molestia de pasar clases, digamos, y otros ni siquiera se molesten de hacerlo. ¿Ok? No es para mí, no es para la teacher, no es para el coronel Martínez, es para ustedes lo que están estudiando. ¿Ok? Entonces, como les decía el viernes, este es una escuela, es una universidad militar y lo que nos tiene que caracterizar es la disciplina. ¿Ok? Entonces, la teacher me va a estar mandando una lista de estudiantes al final y a esos estudiantes, lamentablemente, van a ser pasibles a sanciones. ¿Ok? Okay, Michaela, that would be all from me. I will be standing by for that list, okay? Bueno, a los demás estudiantes, gracias por su atención y una vez más, por favor, asistan a clases. Inglés es como cualquier otra materia, ¿ok? Okay, that will be all. Thanks for your attention. Bye-bye.
Okay, welcome. Thank you. So now, anyway, thank you for being here, and the ones that are not. So please try not to miss classes, yes? Now, everybody please, we're going to see an important point right now. Remember that here on these 2 pages, we're going to talk about irregular verbs. Yeah, so now we're going to start with the important part. That's what I need you to pay attention. Ahora vamos a empezar con un punto muy importante, así que necesitamos su atención. So we're going to take a look at here at the grammar panel, right? Here you have the past simple, but remember, right now we're going to talk about irregular verbs. So irregular verbs and time expressions. Some common verbs have an irregular form in the past simple. Yeah, for example, you remember the verb to go. The past of the verb to go is going to be went. You remember the verb to have. The past of the verb to have is going to be had. Yeah, and I'm going to put here also the verb to be because it's an irregular verb. So remember, the verb to be in the past, right, is going to be was or were. ¿Sí? Acuérdense que irregular significa que toda su forma va a cambiar. No son como los verbos regulares que mantienen una forma. Por ejemplo, el verbo watch, right? Verbo regular. Why? Because we're going to add only ed. Es un verbo regular porque mantenemos la forma y para el pasado solo aumentamos la ed. Right? The same happened with listen, with work, muchos verbos. Solo aumentamos la e y la d. Right? But all of these are irregular verbs. Todos estos que tenemos acá son verbos irregulares porque cambian su forma. Por ejemplo, el verbo be is going to be was and were. But what happened with the other verbs? That's what I want you to help me in this part. Sí, aquí tenemos una mayoría de los verbos irregulares. And here on the news, you have the verbs in the past. So please, I try to highlight it in yellow. So I want you to find them. ¿Sí? Traté de subrayar algunos de ellos con color amarillo, así que quiero ahora que los busquen, que encuentren. For example, the verb to give. What's the past of the verb to give? Anybody? Anybody that found that? Let me close that. If we have the verb to give, what will be the past of the verb to give?
Gave.
Okay, thank you, Miguel. That's it, right? My grandson gave me a blog. Podemos decirlo en presente. My grandson gives me a blog, right? But in this case, we're talking in the past. So my grandson gave me a blog. Él me dio, right? That's in the past. Okay, thank you. So please, I want you to find the past simple of these verbs. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Sí, voy a darles un minuto para hacer esta actividad. I'm going to try to close this one. Anyway, I'm going to... Okay. Try to focus on the verbs. Meanwhile, I'm going to call the attendance. Abigail is here. What about Brisa? Is Brisa here? No. Juan Carlos neither. Dana, are you here?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Dana. Please start doing the verbs. Si Dana no se olvida de poner los verbos en pasado. Try to look here at the news. Yes. Try to find the verbs in the past. Edson is here, Stefan is here, Fernando. What about Gonzalo? Is Gonzalo here? Not here. Janet is here. Jose Luis. Jose Luis, are you here?
I am here, teacher.
Okay. So please try to answer my questions, yes? What about Juan Carlos? Yeah, Juan Carlos is here. Maria Angelica, we don't know anything about her. What about Nady? Nady here? Nady? No. Oliver, are you here, Oliver?
Present, teacher.
Okay. Oliver, we don't say present, we say here, okay? Anyway, thank you. Pedro is here, Jonathan, Samara. Samara, are you here?
I'm here, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Samara. Sebastian is here. What about Sharisti? Is Sharisti here? No, right? Okay. And Jordi, you are here, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you so much. So let's call a person randomly. Okay, Edson, you're going to help us with the first line. Yeah, so let me close this window.
Number one.
So
teacher.
Edson, yes, just help me with the verb live and make. What do you have for those verbs?
Number one is gate.
Okay.
And number two, teacher, esto estaban en el blog que hacía de la anciana.
The verb live, let me check. Yeah, we have that verb. Where did I put it? More than 500 readers left messages on her site after her family left a final note from Amelia to the world. Yeah, it's here. What do you think is the verb? ¿Cuál sería el verbo?
A ver. Made.
Okay, yeah, probably it's a little difficult, but the verb is left.
Left.
Sí, left. Es como decir izquierda. Sí, tal vez por eso se confundió y pensaba que left no era verbo. Yeah, el pasado de leave is going to be left.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you have for make?
Ese sería did.
Did?
Did.
Are you sure? That's not from do? Did no es el pasado de do? Este verbo lo vemos en todas partes en Santa Cruz. ¿Cómo decimos hecho en Bolivia en inglés?
Made.
Made, right? The past of make is going to be made.
Made.
Okay. Thank you so much, Edson. Let's go with another person and let's listen to Jordi. Jordi, can you help us with the second column? Number 4, 5, 6, 7. What do you have there?
Que es meet o algo así.
Okay, meet is going to be met.
Met. Read creo que también se mantiene nomás, no teacher, read.
Yes, that's true, but the different thing here is the pronunciation. Sí, aquí lo que va a cambiar se escribe igual, pero chicos, presten mucha atención a la pronunciación. Si es presente, we're going to say, I read the newspaper. But yesterday I read the newspaper. Sí, en el pasado va a sonar red, como el color rojo, red. Pero si es presente, read, con una I. Yes? So the pronunciation is going to be different. What about number 6?
Said.
Said. Okay.
Is sent.
Sent. Yeah, with a T, right? Thank you so much, Jordi. That's perfect. So I'm going to write here, do. What about number 8, 9, 10, and 11? Let's listen to Samara. Can you help us, please? So, Samara, what do you have here? Number 8. What about the verb sit? What would be the past of sit? Sit down. Samara, if you want, I can show you the news, right? And if you read here, just before she died, she sat down and wrote. So what do you think is the past of the verb to sit? Sit down.
Sat.
Yep, that's the past. It's going to be sat. Yes. So Samara, number 9. What about speak?
Spoken.
Spoke. Yes, spoke. Perfect. Think.
Throat.
Thought. Can you repeat after me? Thought.
Thoughts.
Okay, there it goes. And number 11. The verb is write.
Write sería written.
Okay. Sí, yo creo que se está confundiendo con el pasado participio, but it's wrote. Okay. Wrote. And here you have, right? She sat down and wrote. What else? Yes, spoke. And here you have thought. She thought life was for living and communicating. Okay. Yeah, probably I know that this is so difficult. How are we going to learn the forms, right? Sí, tal vez piensen que es muy difícil y cómo vamos a aprendernos tantas formas. Yeah, but there's a trick that I'm going to show you, but let's finish this. Yes? What happened in questions and negative? So remember when we make questions, right? We need to use the auxiliary did. ¿Sí? ¿Se acuerdan de todas estas preguntas? We need to use the auxiliary did. Solo si se trata del verbo to be, acuérdense que el verbo to be funciona solo. Para el verbo to be no necesitamos el auxiliar did. Where was she from, right? When did she start blogging? So we're going to use the auxiliary did and the verb in infinitive. But what's the verb here? What is the verb that is missing here? Let's make this question to Abigail. Abigail, which verb do you think goes here?
Was?
What is she was about? No, it doesn't make sense. Acuérdense que no podemos tener el did y el was. No es posible. El verbo to be no funciona solo. El was funciona solo. Was she here? Right? But what is she about?
Right.
Tal vez ayudarse. Okay. Yes. What did she write about? Acuérdense que el write va a ir con esta preposición about. Siempre escribimos acerca de algo. Sí, incluso en español el verbo escribir va a ir con la preposición acerca, sobre. Sí, escribí sobre esto. Escribí acerca de esto, right? So, what did she write about? And the answer, she didn't only, is the same verb, right? She didn't only write about all people's interests. So remember, in question and negative, we need to use the auxiliary verb. Yes? En el pasado, en preguntas, y en negativo necesitamos poner el auxiliar en pasado. So, what did she write about? She didn't only write about. Sí, solamente este auxiliar ya lo va a hacer pasado. What about time expressions? Yes? Any questions? No questions? Okay. What about the time expressions? We often use time expressions with the past simple, right? You remember I told you that yesterday, it's a time expression. Sí, para hacer la diferencia entre el pasado y el presente tenemos expresiones, right? Now, today is the present. Yesterday is the past. But we also have here some different time expressions. We have at, during, in, on. Yes? So when are we going to use this one? I want you to help me this. Thank you, Abigail. No. Let's help another one. Huddle? Can you help me, Huddle?
Okay.
If you have the year, what are we going to say?
Okay. A is N. B
In.
is and B is at. And C is during. And D is on.
Okay. So we're going to check B and C. Yes, letter A and D are correct, but we're going to check B and C. So on A, you say in. On B, we're going to say during her life. Yes. And on C, we are going to say at.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we're going to say at. And letter D on Tuesday. Yeah. What did you do on the last Tuesday, right? Anyway, you have here the time expression. And let's remember, I'm going to highlight this with purple. And it was at 97 years old. At the age of, where is that? At the age of, right? Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to give you your homework. So please, I want you to do exercise 2. Complete the question. I'm going to give you an example, of course. Please be careful with the verb to be. Sí, presten mucha atención cuando tenemos el verbo to be, qué es lo que pasa. And try to put this word in the correct order. Yes, put the words in the correct order to make sentences. But don't forget to complete the question and answer the questions. So, for example, number 1. Thank you, Harold. So, who is going to help you with number 1? Juan Carlos, please, can you help me with number 1? What do you think is going to be the question here? We need 2 words, right?
Como dice teacher, me perdí.
Number 1. We need to make a question, but I want you to choose the correct verb. Complete the questions with the correct form of the verbs in boxes, right? In the box. We have give, be born, make, meet, read, write. So which of these are we going to choose for number 1? Pardon?
When
When?
right.
No, it's not possible. Remember, in question, we need to use the auxiliary verb, right? Para las preguntas en pasado necesitamos el auxiliar. The auxiliary verb in the past. But here I think we need to use the verb to be. So what happens when we're going to use the verb to be in number 1? The verb that we need in number 1 is be born. ¿Cómo usamos ese verbo? Be born. Okay, yes, I know. But I'm going to show you here. Because we talk about a lot about that. What happened with be born? You remember? Here you have 2 examples.
When were?
Yes. Acuérdense que be born es para hablar de el nacimiento, ¿sí? Entonces necesitamos que el to be, el verbo be, necesitamos que esté en el pasado. Was born or were born. For example, when were you born, right? But here we're talking about she, so how are we going to make this question? When? Para she, ¿cuál usamos, Juan Carlos? ¿El was or were? Okay, so for question, Yes. When was she born? Right? So if we answer this question, when was she born? Todas estas preguntas, acuérdense que es sobre esta noticia. So, when was she born? Yes, and the answer you have here. Yeah, I know that probably you are tired because this is grammar, of course. But please, I need you to pay attention to this. In that way, you can do the homework. When was she born? So she was born. She was born in, and you tell me. Okay, ahí lo completo. But so only pay attention with the verb to be, because of the rest verb, we need to use the auxiliary did, right? So Juan Carlos, can you help me with number 2? What do you think will be number 2?
Why did her grandson?
Okay. Yes. Why did her grandson write her a blog? Or give her a blog? Give her. Okay. Why did her grandson give her a blog? Gave her a blog. So here we need to answer with a verb in the past, right? He gave her a blog because, you tell me. Her a blog because. Sí, aquí queremos saber la razón de why did her grandson give her a blog. And here you have the answer, right? Today is my birthday and my grandson gave me a blog. So you have that, the answer. So please, I want you to make questions and answer. Yes, remember how to make the question and how to answer. And here, I want you please to put these words in the correct order. So this exercise, it's easy. Yep, I'm going to see if the homework is clear. So Sebastian, can you repeat please the homework? What's going to be the homework about? We finish. Sebastian? What's the homework about, Sebastian?
Teacher, va a disculpar, sinceramente me salió un momento y no pude escuchar.
Oh my God, Sebastian. Why? It's okay, Sebastian. So, please, the homework is exercise number 2. Only exercise number 2, and I think this one is number 3. I just want you to make a question and answer the questions. Sí, solamente quiero que hagan las 6 preguntas y respondan las 6 preguntas. Acuérdense que estas preguntas son sobre esta noticia que tenemos acá. Please, try to use the correct verb. Sí, traten de usar el verbo correcto para la pregunta y para la respuesta. Then, here on this exercise, I just want you to put the words in the correct order. En este ejercicio solamente tienen que poner las palabras en el orden correcto. Yeah, because here is whatever. Here it doesn't make sense, anything. So I just want you to put, for example, he was, I don't know. Yes? That's it. So we're going to stop here, everybody. Don't forget to do this homework because tomorrow we're going to check this homework and see if you understood this part that is important. So exercise number 2 and 3. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing, and that's it. If you have any question or doubt, you can write me and ask me. Yeah, if you have any problem. So I'm going to stop recording. And
Teacher,
yes.
tengo una pregunta. Las primeras 6 preguntas hay que responderlas respecto a la lectura que leímos, ¿no?
Yes. We continue talking about Amelia. Seguimos hablando de Amelia. She's a blogger, right? And exercise number 3. So those are different sentences. Sí, esas oraciones son sobre otro tema. But I just want you to put in the correct order. Okay, no more questions. So have a nice afternoon. See you tomorrow. Yes. Try not to miss the classes, and if you are going to miss, please tell me. Sí, traten de no faltarse a clases, y si van a faltar, díganme la razón. Yes, at least please communicate me that. Okay, see you tomorrow. Have a nice afternoon. Goodbye, everybody.